Let me turn this down. Okay. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Fine, I hope. Mm, 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 mm. I hope everybody is doing well. Oh, I get on live. I want to yawn. Yes, I feel for you. Okay, what I got for y'all today? Let me see. Let me turn that down. What do I have for y'all today? Hey, hey. Ain't nobody here, girl. Just go ahead and talk your show. Okay. So hey, um, happy Saturday. Y'all had so much to do today. Oh my goodness. I don't know about the toad. Well, I don't want to talk now. I'll tell you later. I probably talked about it last night. Oh, let me see what day it is. Oh, wait, let me see. So my surgery. Hey, color Miss Lori. I'm good. I gotta watch your live from Friday night. I gotta catch up on it. I did so much the other night because I had to take. Okay, I had to take my little 94-year-old cousin. He's my first cousin once removed. If y'all know about that kind of thing, some people don't know about that. Hey, Miss Amy, and he's 94 years old. And I had to take him to the emergency room, or coordinate the emergency room and everything. So, yeah, and we were there for let's see 5. Didn't get back till like 8:30 or 9 or something like that. I don't know. It was crazy, but he is good. Not sure what caused that episode, so we gotta keep my eye on that. Thank you, Miss Amy. How you doing? Thank you for the thumbs up, everything. So, okay, so y'all know it is National Watercolor Month. Now, look, now if you notice my calendar, what do you all notice about my calendar? Does anybody notice? Hey, Color with Taylor May Boo, how you doing? Does anybody notice about my calendar and probably guess? Yes, he is. They didn't find anything, and then probably until Monday they will let us know. So yeah. So can y'all look at my calendar and guess with my frugal R's? Okay, this is the front of the calendar. It say 2025. And ooh, that's my little afro hair coming out, child. I just did something. Child, can y'all see what I did in my calendar? Do y'all see? Yeah. But look, it says it's 2024-25. But with my cheap R's, I'm thinking this was the calendar that I had from the year before. So mind you, it stopped. Right. Okay, so my calendar stopped. Hold on, let me make sure I got yeah, it stopped in June 2025. So what I did was I went back to July 2024 and changed the date. Yeah, it does need some more. Well, this is just my little working calendar. Yeah. So yeah, but the thing is, I bought this one for $3 down at the Books a Million, and they have them at certain times. This one came out. I bought this one last year, So last year was able to cover. That's what I use. Yes, I erased it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. The whole I didn't get to use it because I bought a whole bunch of these calendar books. So I said, well, you know what? I'm just going to use this for this little monthly thing, and then I use these calendar books for swatch sheets and stuff like that. So when I was looking at the back for June, I said, oh, this is no July. And then I realized that this one ended at that month. So I said, well, you know what? I'm still going to use it. So I mean, I could have done it fancier. I could have done it a little bit more better, but it's something that's going to be tossed. So I just put the dates on this side and I put it in a ink pen, and then I just changed that. It's National Watercolor Month. And so it is what it is. It's called recycle. Use what you have. Everything gonna have to be perfect. I'm not gonna spend $30 for a whole planner book. When I got these other books that I could use, I paid $3. What's wrong with that? Right. Yes. Now this one I got last year. So this is last year's planner book. Now the planner books that I got for this year, let me show you the one of them. And actually it's the nicer one. It's the ring one. Oh Lord, here I go when I start spinning around in this daggone chair, of which I gotta get the new chair in here. Oh, here we go. Okay, here's an example of the new book. Now this is one of the new planner books. Oh wait, no, wait, this is a lie. I got this planner book from Michaels. This one is a 12-month one. This is a wires planner one. And I got it in a bag of book. They gave me like 5 bag. Have the $10 mystery bags. Y'all, when y'all go to Michaels, look at the end of the couch register, the cash register. They'll have a shopping cart, and they'll tell you when your Michaels does it, and they'll have lots of good products in there, and they're only like $10. Now you can't open them up, you can't see what in there, but you can ask the person, what's the featured item for this $10 bag? I've seen people go out there with stuff that was worth $200 and more, and they come out there. So yeah, you make it work. So anyway, so this was the one that I got for this year, and actually this one is it's current. I mean, when I bought it, it was like 2 months ago, so I could have used this July one. I could have used it, but I've got like 4 of them. I'm going to give somebody, 2 people, them, and they might get mad at me. Why she give me a calendar left over from half of the year? Cause girl, I probably end up spending $1 for it. That's why I take the damn book and be happy. I should not have cussed. But anyway, so that's what I did. Yes, you make it work. And so that's it. So anyway, I only need it for a temporary purpose. It's not like this is gonna be my whole journal book for the year. I have one already. I do actually have a couple of them. I have new books for the year. So, but I was gonna show y'all, but no, I ain't gonna show y'all. So I do have a book that I do depend on that is nice. That I don't need. I feel like I don't want to decorate it because y'all know how I am. So I just like repurposing stuff like that. So I write personal stuff in there, personal things, and I just can't show that. So anyway, it's National Watercolor Month. So what I did was after I fixed my calendar. So there are 31 days in this month. The first day starts on Tuesday, which I have something major to do on Tuesday. So I got to get my first day going before Tuesday. So I may tape a day ahead. Yeah, I may tape a day ahead and then post it. I'm going to try to do at least a 30-minute video and talk about whatever it is I have that I want to bring to the peoples. So in the meantime, what I did, because it is watercolor month, I wanted to do an inventory of the items that I have, my watercolor products. And if any of y'all can see anything on here that I missed, y'all can let me know. I'm going to start it out by showing my watercolor cart, which I have it already. You know, the little carts at Michael's, the little wheeler carts. You can use them for whatever. You don't have to use it for watercolor, but I have mine set up specifically for my watercolor things, and it could be right on my side. Everything I need is right there. So that'll be my first video. So hold on, let me write this on here so I can keep abreast. And I'm going to put it a day ahead. My watercolor cart. Y'all, and I don't have glasses on. I do not. I have no glasses on. No, ma'am. I see clearly. I sure do. Watercolor card. And then, so the first one is, oh, yeah, that's going to be the watercolor card, which I'll either post it on this day or like midnight this day, but it'll be for that day. And then I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do, because I'm trying to think. Do I want to do 5 days of a picture, like each picture, like something quick and short, or okay? So anyway, let's finish with the inventory. So my inventory list. Hold on, let's bring this taller, y'all. And then I told y'all when I buy these books from the Five and Below, these $5 watercolor books. These books are huge, and you can cut these up for your ATI cards. These are huge. These are the 300 GSM 36 sheets, huge. You can cut them up for your ATC cards or whatever. So this one is the one that I was using, like I said, for my Tamasol. Guritaki child. Don't let me get this wrong. But anyway, I'm not gonna show that. But anyway, so this is the extra one. They're $5 a piece. Girl, look at all that paper. Okay. Girl, the other good paper, you only get 12 sheets per thing. I ain't lying, 12 sheets per thing. And that paper can cost up to $20 or $30. 12 sheets. I'm just saying, you know, whatever. Y'all do what y'all want to do. So anyway, I just found that one, so I just put it to the side. So that's why I'm mentioning it. And I do buy it. I do. I don't just talk about it. And I'm not selling no artwork, so that's fine. Viva sheets, which I feel like I want to show you that. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. I'm not going to swatch it or not. I'm just going to show you because I got it on my cart, and this is going to be doing inventory. So one thing I'm gonna be using is my Viva sheets, and I've got these. These are the Viva sheets. One is a extra. This is the extra, and then I've got the metallic, and then I've got the cork one. Got my Viva sheets. My QOR paint, which is this paint, and this paint is a little pricey, but I got it on sale. It down to the Michaels. And I do use it. I sure do. It is a name brand, QOR Mini, and this is an Urban Sketch pan. So I got that. The Derwent pans. My Derwent pans are these. So, and this was the first pan that I bought. This is the Inktense Derwent pan. It's 12 colors, and the Inktense, these are the same as the pencils. If you have Inktense pencils, this is the same except for it's a pan version instead of the pencils. So if you have the pencils, these are the same. Derwent names their colors the same across their brand. If you buy one Derwent product and it's like sun yellow, everything that's sun yellow is going to be the same color. Most brands do that. Faber-Castell does that. A lot of the top name brands, they do that. And this one was one I won, a line and wash paint set. This has part of the Derwent Inktense and also some of the Graphitins. So when I say Derwent paint kits, I'm talking about these. So check that off. Putting it back in the order. Oh, the Van Gogh paint set, which I did get. I saw this the first time about a year ago. It was like $45 or $54 or whatever down to the Amazon. I was like, I know you lying. So no, I ended up getting it on sale when they moved their art supplies around in Michael's. So this one is it's supposed to be a travel one, but they have upgraded this one where this whole pan is different. So this is one of the older ones. So you're not going to find one like this. And I got it at a good price. And it has a brush with it and everything. The colors are beautiful. They really are. So that's what I talk about, the Van Gogh paint. And Van Gogh paint is really nice. I don't even know if some of y'all that probably don't know about art history. Van Gogh is like Picasso and all those, like a famous artist. Very, very famous. Then I've got my Artesa pan. I have two pans. I've got the iridescent one, but I like these. This makes you feel like you're really coloring it. It's a pan that has a little ring there, and then you can hold it and swatch it and make your little colors here, and then hold it in your hand. And you can do a whole lot of stuff with it. And watercolors, you just let it dry. Don't worry about cleaning it up. I can come back to this same purple, wet it with a little brush, and then keep on painting. So yeah, and these are everything. This is a long one. I got some shorter ones. These little short ones, which I think I added other colors in here. I mix around my colors, but it still has that ring, which is nice, so you can keep your hands free. Bubble sent me a lot of little palettes, and then I kind of separated them out into different colors. But I just you can move these around. That's why I like these little cases. Got the little thumb here, and I'm not sure what I put in here. So anyway, I was using the yellows and stuff. So yes, you can mix these. You can put a little bit of everything. When you get the tubes, if you want to tube, you don't have to tube your stuff. You don't have to put your tube paint into palettes. Do y'all know that? You don't have to do that. That is not a necessity. You can work your tube paints, tube watercolor paints, and just squeeze it out. Um, Ideally, you would like they'd like you to use it like in a porcelain palette. Now this is an eggshell. I bought it at the Goodwill for like $6. It's cracked right there, but that's fine. But it's got little sections so I can mix and stuff like that. $6, but you can go buy one for like $20 on the Amazon, child. Y'all can do what you want to do. It's show supplies. Okay. So what did I go through? I got the Artesa pan. Oh, let me talk about this Artesa gouache. I hate this mess. I wish I had never bought it. I bought it. I was on the monkey plan, monkey see, monkey do plan. I hate this stuff, but I'm going to use it because I bought it. And some of y'all know what this is. I don't like these. I don't like the color selection is what I don't like. But I bought it and I'm going to use it. I did share some colors already with some people. But I think after that mother color month, watercolor month, I'm going to give that away to somebody that I can see or just donate it because I'm not shipping that. Okay, and then here are tubes. So like these are the tubes that I have. So these are authentic Chinese watercolors, and these are by Yashutumu. Okay, and they are in tubes. Hold on, did I take the tube box? No, I didn't. So I keep these in here. Now I did put some in a container. I think I put them in this Voyager palette. No, I didn't. I'm getting ready to lie to you. I moved them. I don't know where I put them. But anyway, so they're 12 colors. The reason why I just got 12 because they're more primary colors, so I can mix them and make more colors. So out of these 12, I should be able to make over 100 colors. But anyway, they're small tubes. It's just enough to get started. But I keep these here. I'm not just going to, I use these out of the tube. I'll get a little brush. I'll turn the cap and I'll paint from that. Or put a little bit down and paint from that. You don't have to put your paints in palettes. It can be very messy. And then people wait for it to dry. A lot of people don't like all the cracks in there. It's a whole big old production, but y'all do what y'all want to do. Okay, so Kohinoor paint set, which this is a white label product. Kohinoor is that's the pencil set Miss Taylor made. This company makes the same one. Now these colors are very bright and powerful. They really are. But these are, I think, white label because I've seen some other companies with this. And then they're all kind of, combined. You can use this as a palette, or you can use the center of that as a palette. So I'm going to use this also. And so check that off. Make sure Kohinoor palette. Miscellaneous palettes. I kind of showed you the ones that I was gifted. So I'm not going to pull those out because I don't know the names of them. Okay, so also, and I'm not going to pull these out. I just wanted to pull the paints out. All the other paints I have are acrylic paints. So we're just going to talk about the pencils. Watercolor can be applied via the paint, the tube, the pan, or pencils. And so I have the Faber-Castell Albert Dürer pencils, which are the number one for, as far as I'm concerned, of watercolor pencils. Faber-Castell Albert Dürer. Ask somebody. Okay. But it's a personal choice. But it's been backed by lots of people. I was gifted it by gifted it. I was gifted that, and I told you I had that set for almost 2 years before I used it because I thought it was I wasn't good enough to use it. If it's your product and you have it in your hand, open it up and use it. What you saving it for? Use it. So I was using them pencils. Well, after I got the set of 36, I was afraid to use them. I thought they were too good. I wasn't good enough, blah, blah, blah. The first couple of pages that I did color alongs with it. When I tell you, they look so good. I follow Miss Zucchini Kitty doing a color along and a Hannah Carlson book. When I tell you, baby, that page was everything. Inktense pencils, Derwent Inktense. They are ink. They're not really watercolors, but we're going to, oh my God. Are we frozen? Are you frozen, Miss Amy? Oh, okay, I see my hand. I hope she's not frozen. So, so the Inktense, I'm linking that into the metallics. I mean, into the watercolor, even though they are not watercolor pencils. Hold on, I feel like I need to show y'all. Hold on. I got them right here. I got some of the ones that I just clicked off. I'm trying to click off all 22. And the Inktense are these. They look like the Faber-Castell. I love Derwent products, y'all. When I tell you I'm a Derwent product queen. So the Inktense, they are pencils and they're thick and they're like the polychromo size and everything. These are permanent. You cannot make a mistake with this Inktense on your paper and think you're going to fix it. That ain't going to happen. You better get an acrylic marker and try to fix it. Oh, you'll go back. Okay, well, no, you're back. Okay, yeah. You can't fix Inktense. Inktense can go on fabric. Inktense is permanent. It can do anything. Okay. You can make t-shirts and hats and stuff with Inktense. Inktense is an ink and it's a permanent dye. It is not going nowhere. It cannot be erased, cannot not do anything. So let's see do I have my Albert Durics in here? I don't have my Albert Durics in here. So okay, we got Inktense. Derwent Metallics, which are these, which suck. Now they have a new brand. Oh, which are these right here? Derwent Metallics. They have a new brand. I do not suggest buying this brand. They left this brand at the store, at the art store I go to. That has all new stuff, but they had these on sale. See, sometimes sales jack you up. So I'm thinking I'm getting the new ones on sale. Girl, I got these old ones and they suck. Look, they dry rotted and stuff. But anyway, I use these like regular pencils. I don't wet them. I don't even give them the energy. They are Derwent, so I have to keep them because I'm very loyal to that brand. And then the Derwent regular watercolors. I heard a big time YouTuber on here talk about some. Oh, these are overlooked. They are so awesome. They are great. And I said, girl, I want to say I know you lying, but girl, no, ma'am. I haven't heard anybody say, oh, how much they love these Derwent watercolors. Girl, y'all need to stop. Somebody must have sent her some. They must have sent her some of them and asked her to review them or some, girl. I ain't going to tell you who it was. Don't even worry about it. But no, ma'am, these suck ass. Okay? They don't, unless they change the formula. These suck, and the Derwent cannot do the watercolors and the metallics. They cannot. But they can do the graphitins. They can do the graphitins. I got the graphitins. They can do them graphitins, and they can do the Inktense. And they can do the chromaflows, but the chromaflows are not watercolors. So hold on, let me see what I got on here. Did I write the yeah, I got the watercolors, metallic, the watercolors. Crayola crayons, I'm not going to even pull those out. You can get you a set of 24. They're fine. They're not going to do no harm. It's good to learn. You know, they are what they are, and they are bright. As long as you don't use too much water with them, I find if you use the Crayola crayons, just like put your color down and keep layering it, and then when you put water on it with your little water brush, use the less water that you can, and then it will be bright. The color will be bright. But if you put like a lot of water on it, like you just like you're using a good brand of, it's just gonna smear and look dull and faded, and then you'll have to come back through and put more layers on there. But they're okay. So I'm gonna do some uh, Crayolas, some artistic water brushes. That's these right here. So that's these right here. And these are very nice. These are watercolor brushes. So, and they call them the real brush pen. These are very, very nice. I love these. Um, and yeah, and I think this is a set of 60. And I was gifted these, and I still use these. I do. I had some other ones that I got from Five and Below. I gave those away just to keep these because I didn't want to have two sets of something, and especially if I really like this one. The other set was good too. I had that one for a long time before I got these, but some of these are dried up because I like the color. Like there's no yellow up in here because yellow was the first one to go. But they're very nice. I do like them. I sure do. I do like the brushes. I like the tip. Now, some of these are the tips you can't, y'all. If they bend, y'all don't be cutting them straight. I know Miss Color Taylor may cut something straight. Try to cut it down at the bottom. That way you don't mess that part up. But yeah, but don't cut them. I think I tried to cut something on one of these, and that thing, it probably was my yellow. I was so mad. But I like those. I like those, and then you can just like take them with you. Take maybe like 10 of them with you. My voice and be fine. Me. Yeah, okay. So those, okay, the Artisa water brushes, Tombow water brushes. Baby, the Tombow, yes, they are everything. Um, I think Tombow is artist quality. Now they have Tombow alcohol markers, and then they have Tombow watercolor markers or brushes. Now I do have Tombow in here mixed up with King Art because I had my Tombow brushes for so long that I didn't want to buy it anymore. And then somebody told me about King Art watercolor brushes. So I guess I should. Well, I'm just going to say Tombow, but it's also King Art and Tombow, but they all look the same. Let's see, which one is a Tombow? This one is a Tombow, and they have the nice brush tip, and then they also have the little nib, and then the King Arts has the same thing. These are very, very nice, and they are watercolors, and you don't have to like put them right on to your paper. You can put these on some plastic something or your ceramic plate and then smear it on there and then use your watercolor brush and use it so that you're actually using a watercolor brush and being able to put it on as dark or as heavy light as you want. So I got those on here too. Tombow brushes. Neocolor twos, y'all know what they look like. Neocolor twos. I have like a set. I got a combination of a set. Then I added some singulars. I think I may have like 52 of them. I'm going to use my Daniel Smith. I bought a. I don't have Daniel Smith paint. I bought a swatch chart. I got this when I went to Blix. When I went with Blue Skies in DC. We got the Daniel Smith. Well, I got the Daniel Smith swatch sheet. This is 66 colors. And it's not, the swatches are not all equally dotted down there. But I think I could probably do a book that has some flowers and just get different flowers and then also use it as a swatch. So, yeah, so 66 colors. Because I'm not sure which kind of brand. I am going to buy a brand of paint. I really am. That I like. That I like everything I have, but it's probably going to be like, a little pricey. So, probably sometime during this month, I'll figure out what I want. I think I have my eye on it. It's between White Knights. I don't even know y'all heard about White Knights paint. White Knights is that's up my alley. And I forgot the other brand. And then also I have like 65 of the Kuritakis, the Gamsai Tambi. There's 100 of them, so I have 65. So I'm definitely going to finish that, so I'll get the 100. And so far, I haven't even spent $120. They're normally $300, so I like low and slow. The Yashitumo metallics, and that is actually this little tray here. These are it's by the brand Yashitumo. They're metallic and they are nice. Now that this case, I hate this case and everything, but I got it at the art store. I think I paid maybe like $10 or something for it. Okay, Colors of the World, the markers, and then also Super Tips. Y'all know what those look like. And then here are my Gamsai Tombi Japanese watercolors. So that's that. And they're really actually not watercolors from what I heard. But anyway, that's another conversation. This is all that I think that I have that I can include in my watercolors month. So, so what do we have here? So I have my inventory. This is my inventory of my products that I think that I have. I think this is everything. And I will show you how I have it stacked on my cart um, on on the first day of National Watercolor Month. So what I was doing was trying to figure out how did I want to do this. I was thinking about, I could just print something small off and just print uh, 30 days of it and just work each page. Well, I'll be able to do that in 30 minutes. I would have to edit it. And that could be done. So I have to find something simple, but I get bored really quick. Or I can just draw something, like I can draw a flower or a sunset or something and just use watercolor. Because I eventually don't want to be coloring in watercolor books at some point. Not all the time. And I do watercolor on the side, but I don't show y'all. I don't show y'all what I be doing. So, and usually when you're watercoloring, it doesn't have to be, I mean, it's usually something that the watercolorist is designing on its own. I mean, there's a whole process to learn how to watercolor. But when you color in coloring books and using watercolors, that's good and that's fine. But that's somebody else's work, you know? So I want to be able to at some point imagine in my head, I'm gonna pack my little watercolor setup and go out to I ain't gonna go in the woods, so we're not thinking about the woods, but just go like to a beach or something like that and sit with my pad and my watercolor set and sketch something real quick and paint it. That's really my goal. That's what I want to do. And there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, you have to have something to shoot for. But in the meantime, child, I love me some coloring books. I'm never not going to stop coloring in color books, but I try to keep my artists small because I know what I like. I can't take the super easy, comfy thing. Can't do that. But watercolors is really easy on your hands. If you have arthritis, it's got so many benefits and it lasts a long time. And once you get your little supply set up, as far as your traveling watercolor set thing, you can do a lot with it. So I'm excited about National Watercolor Month. So I did show you all. I said I was going to show my brushes. I did that already. And I showed you some paper that I use, watercolor brushes, watercolor paper. I may do it in a more professional way because I think I was talking smack and stuff like that. Paper, brushes. Um, I actually do look at books and I read books that are related to. Oh, of course, I want to say something about it, and I'm not going to be turning around too much because I know I'll turn around one time, everything's going to fall. that are related. I'll probably talk about the watercolor books that I have. Some of them I got from Ollie's. And you know, anytime you want to try to figure out how to do something, it's good to look at YouTube videos and stuff like that. But it's nothing wrong with actually getting a book and reading it, and then also following it through. You know, they have a lot of color alongs and stuff like that. So, like this page here, I think I did watercolor. Yeah, I did watercolors on this. Now I did use the tone paper, and I used my VV sheets. Look how bright that is. You know, and then I practiced shading and stuff. You know, so I was gonna maybe work on her right now. Now this is not watercolor paper with her. This isn't either, but you know, if it's thicker paper, you can use it. So that's what I'm doing with my calendar. How many minutes I've been on here? 36 minutes. Okay, so I did pull out the Kirby Rosanna's book because I did use watercolors on this. And I could quickly get through some of these things. But watercolor makes your work go quickly. So I pulled out 3 things to see if I want to do some watercolor. Let me drop the link. I know nobody ever comes up when I come up. Why y'all don't come up when I come up? I know I'm like, y'all like, we don't want to be associated with you, B. Now I got my ride or dies will come up. Kim was always a ride or die, but I know it's a late. It's a late. Hold on, let me put the link. So it's all good though, you know. I'm okay with it. So anyway, let me see. I use watercolors to base my pages, and then I come in with pencils, like where's my hold on, like that Earth book that I got, the Rita Berman Earth book. Oh, here. Because I was so excited about watercolor month that I got started a little bit earlier. This is watercolored and watercolored, and then I'm coming back in with some pencils and stuff. This is watercolor. I'm coming back to do the backdrop and then put pencils in. And then I started watercoloring these cacti. So you can watercolor in these books, you just don't use too much water. This one I was using pencil, so I'm not gonna. Did I start another one with watercolor? I don't know. This dark line, I love dark line. And then y'all already know. Let's see what I do. I did some more watercolor on this one. I added some more. This is VV colors. It's so bright. I was trying to practice shading. So these are watercolors in just regular books. This one was watercolor. I guess I could work on this one too. Yeah, I actually like to do stuff off camera because it's so easy. But when you put it down and then you put pencil over top, it is everything. So let me see. What am I going to do? I think I'm going to give the ladies some clothes. I penciled her purple. She's not watercolor. Both the little baby and her, and then these people are. Let's just try, because this page looks really like busy. I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna try to put some clothes on some of these people. So is this the one that's already used? I think this one is. And that's my colors. Blue Skies got me onto this. Got me hooked to these pages. I'm gonna use some of these. And I just use, okay, so I got a water jar that I did for one thing. So you have one water jar that you wash your brush out. And when after you use a color, if you have enough water in your jar and you have an actual water brush, I'm going to show y'all incorrectly. You just, after you finish the color, You just vigorously swish it and it washes itself. And then you put it on a towel or whatever, which I use a couple of different things, but then you dab it to make sure all the color is gone, and then you dab it into a clean water jar to introduce a new color if you're not using a palette. But always have one to rinse the brush out. And if you do it like that, that'll clean it. And I like, according to Miss Taylor Made, I like cleaning the glass. Cause I think I'm fancy. She said it. I did not say it. Okay. So what am I gonna do? I think I want her outfit. I want to do her outfit, and I don't know. I'm just gonna pick this color because I do like it. Um, it's actually better to put it and these pages have a little palette in between. It's like looks like it's water repellent, but it isn't. Okay, I'm just gonna do her little dress so I can see what she got here. I did her a little bit darker right there. Meant to do her a little lighter, but I mean, it's okay. What's gonna happen? Nothing. But try not to use too much water. You can kind of spread the paint around. See, like don't flood it though. You can kind of spread it around. And really, you need to put a piece of paper down because you are using watercolor in between the pages. Let me do that. I don't think I started out correctly with this, but it's okay. See, this is like I said, not really watercolor. It's like a pigment. It is. So I need to leave this part right here alone because it will go through to the next page. But any of the stuff that I do that's using this VV sheets, I'm doing it the exact same way. Now, this is where I don't like the crack. You know, you remember you had the crack of the book. So I'm just trying to outline her dress or whatever this is that she has on. Excuse me. And I am not an expert. I'd be talking like I'm an expert, but girl, I'm not. I just like the ease of this. It doesn't hurt my hands. It's not like using a pencil. And it goes by real fast. It's actually kind of fun. So I'm trying to figure out how her dress is going. Actually, I'm just gonna color all of that. If I wasn't on camera, I would stop this and put it on a porcelain tray. Okay, so I think I got her outfit like that. Okay, and like I said, you just go over it with pencil later. And I know these colors probably don't go well together, but it is what it is. It's a coloring book. It doesn't have to match. I'm not using a color wheel. This is chrome yellow. This is one of my favorite colors. That's why it's almost empty on here. So those are mason jars that I'm using. I use those mason jars when I make my salads and when I do my meal prep. I sure do. They are, girl. So I kept two. I bought a set of 12 and I kept two to the side. Actually, three. So I can use for one clean water and one dirty water. Okay, so mm, so that's her thing right there. Okay, so we got some paint on the brush. Let's find somebody's outfit to color. And color her outfit. I don't like wasting my product. Okay, got her dress. So let's color somebody's hair. Since we got it on here, might as well use it. I saw Taylor Made applying that theory last night. And these paints are kind of like intense paints because I think they're ink or straight up pigment. They don't erase. So, color the hair. That one. See what else can I color in here that's yellow. I could use this yellow. I'm not going to put any on her. And I think I'm going to use my chroma flows to do the shading. Because the chroma flows and the VV color sheet watercolors go together so freaking well. They surely do. Now her sleeves. These are her feather sleeves. I'm not gonna worry about those. Okay. I know it's ugly, but you know, like what they say, what y'all say, trust the process. Okay, let me do better. Because this is Kirby. I need to put some respect on Kirby. I know it looks hideous, but trust the process. And, you know, it's National Watercolor Month. You can mess your stuff up. Not mess it up, but, you know, it could be fixed with some acrylic paint markers, y'all. Calm down. Calm the heck down. If it doesn't look good when you do it, girl, get you some acrylic paint markers and keep it moving. And nobody has to know. Nobody has to know that you messed up your art pages. I ain't gonna tell nobody. Who gonna tell somebody? Nobody that I know. Hold on, let's put on this little. Right, Taylor May. Right, Taylor May. I saw you over there. Hold on. I saw Taylor Made over there putting down some. She was looking for pages. She said, "Okay, now what can I color next? I ain't wasting this." That's right. We're not wasting it. And like I said, what color am I gonna make her hair? I need her hair to be bright. What is this color? Ooh, I think it's gonna be this color. Hold on. Yeah, her hair is gonna be this color. Y'all gonna be like, "Ooh, she crazy. Ooh, you crazy as heck. Look at her." Yes, look at that. That's her hair color. Okay, it sure is. That's gonna be her hair color. This just basing. Yeah, put the base in your face. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. I'm just talking smack and having fun. You know what? If it doesn't come out right, nobody died. Nobody died. No, not one person. Nobody died. Mm-mm. I actually let me start doing better because I actually y'all need to let me stop. You can get these little palettes from the Walmart. Child, let me get this little palette and try to do better. Let me try to do better by the people that do take a time to watch me. So what you want to do? Hold on. Put your little color up on here. Okay. And mix it with, water. Okay, she got eared. Okay, hold on. I can't. Hold on. We just gonna continue with the frickery that I did. That's a whole butterfly on her ear. Y'all see that? I was going to cover over that. We're not doing that. Hold on. And don't worry about the background. You're getting across the line. Don't even worry because you can fix it. You ain't even done the background. That's why doing the background sometimes is advantageous. We just basting it, y'all. Water basting. Let me see if I can smear some of this over. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. It's time to exhale. Okay. Ooh, I hate getting on live coloring. Oh, I'd rather let y'all see it after I've started it, but no. You can't wait for watercolor month. Look at you, View. You could have waited, let the people see a little bit more dignity. No, just gonna see your little ratchet side. You over here repurposing calendars and stuff. What's wrong with you, View? We dignified folks over here. We buy our new calendars and we keep them clean. We don't mess them up. We keep them perfect. We don't do no ratchet stuff like you do, View. Why you subject us to this, View? What the hell is wrong with you? We're professional colorists on here. But you bring your ratchet self on here, coloring all outside of the line and talking smack. We sick of you. Okay, who hair gonna be? Somebody's hair got to be. Somebody's outfit got to be blue. I mean red, because we got red on the pen brush. We're not wasting no colors. We are not. We're gonna make these things here. And just understand, the pencils are on standby. Mm-hmm. Oh, I hope Miss Dee Dee Weatherham ain't watching me. Oh my God. When she watch me, I'll be like, uh-oh. She always watch me when I be so ratchet. I'm trying to be professional and everything. Next thing I know, hey View. I'm like, oh God. Is that Dee Dee? Like, no. That's not Dee Dee. Yeah, it is Dee Dee sitting right up in there looking at my ass. Being ratchet. Uh-oh, I done went all across the line. But you know what? We might just work with that. Oh, view, that looks hideous. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let me see you get on here and do something. No, we can't because we didn't comment. We just talk about everybody else's work. We can't say nothing to you. We can't get on our own live and talk about and do our stuff. We got to sit and talk about y'all when y'all on here coloring. Did you see her go across the line, girl? Yeah, I did, girl. What color selection was she working with? I think she was coloring with her feet. No, we saw her hand. Well, you know they say her hands look like feet. Oh, wait. Okay, Lord, call me. Lord. What y'all? Oh, y'all having the whole thing. Right. We ain't wasting no products. Yes, chromaflows do work well over other products. They sure do. That's why I like them. They are very intense with their color, and the pencils are so thin. Um, and you can get all up into the corners and stuff like that. Okay, they had a little, yeah, they sure are. I love the chromaflows. Did Kim pick her page? Oh, y'all talking about pages? Okay, I don't even know. No, yeah, the granddaughter is there for the weekend. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I know. I caught up on all y'all. I know what y'all talking about. I sure do. Hmm. Yeah. So what other colors? Now this color combination is looking real crazy, but you know what? It's all good. Yeah, the chroma flows. I think you know what. Since you mentioned that color, Miss Lori, and I was talking about other colors, and this is not officially a national watercolor page, so I will be and then I'll be based and stuff. Let's just try to get some outfits done while we're here. Okay, what kind of outfit you gonna have? Well, this outfit. Let's see. Ooh, that's dark. Hold on, let me work with it a little bit. Let's get this whole thing down here. Ooh, and that's my stomach. Mm-mm-mm. Now, I may lose the back page because these Vivas are very uh, sharp in their color. But when I color with them, normally they don't go through. But you know, at this point, I don't even really care now about when pages go through. I really don't, because I can always buy another book, and some of the books I already have 2 copies of them, so it's not like the end of the world like I used to think. Mm, I don't think like that anymore. Okay, none of this looks like it's lined up. All right, coloring with Miss Lori. You know, it is what it is. Now, I do have some nice things, but some things just be looking real crazy, and I'll be okay with it. I'm like, well, but now I can see. I just really can't get over the fact that I can see. I don't even know how many more crazy colors on here can I find. Let's see what you look like. And I don't even know what that is. We're gonna do this. Ooh, that's a pretty color. Girl, I ain't even looking to see what it is. And we're gonna bring you all the way down. Mm. This is gonna be a bold, bright page, isn't it? So, but anyway, it doesn't. I'm here to tell y'all, don't even worry about it. Just If you want to color, color. Don't even worry about it. Obviously, I ain't worried about it. Y'all shouldn't be worried about it either. Just have some fun. It's almost time for bed. Hold on, I'm just gonna color all of this. And I'm getting ready to go to bed. I can see, take my eye medicine, and then I'll wake up and see how much of a fruit la la this is. In the morning, I sure will. And then I'll be like, dang, you did that on a live? Like, really? And I'll say, yeah. And then I have to do the best I can with it. Or not. And y'all know y'all can layer watercolors too. These things I'm using really are like ink tints pencils. I think they're permanent too. I think they are. But anyway, let me stop talking about it. It's National Watercolor Month in a couple of days. Now I'm gonna tell y'all on the first, I do have something very major to do. And then on the 30th, and I have another breast exam. And they've been monitoring this spot for 2 years. So let's see where it's at. Every 6 months for 2 years, I've been having the same spot addressed. Now I know these are roots and things like that, but this is what it's gonna be right now. So yeah, so I got to do that, and on the first I got something else to do. I can't tell y'all about, but I'm very happy about it. So just be happy for me. So anyway, I didn't added all these ugly colors that don't like they go together on my page. But yeah, if you take your brush and whisk it like this real quick and then dip it in your clean water, it'll clean it off. If it's watercolors, that's all you do. And then it's a clean brush. Let me show you. Watch it mess up because I'm trying to say it. Yep, see, it's clean. Uh-huh. Now, the acrylic paint brushes and stuff, you got to do a little bit more with that and all that. So I'm going to put this away. I'm going to come back with this. I know it looks crazy, but don't worry about it. Trust the process. Some of the other pages that I did do that kind of survived, I did the same thing. And then what else have I did? What I do so I can go to bed? What time? Oh, an hour. I did go ahead and I ordered some stuff for my reverse collages. And I have been cutting out some things. So I ordered some books that I'm getting from eBay, some magazines and clippings that I'm getting from eBay. These are some of the same old magazines I had, but I did pull out, and then I was trying to figure out how to store them. So I got a little, this thing was at the Dollar Tree a while ago. I haven't seen any more. I wish I could. So I put in my words. I clipped out just the words and things. So I have those. And then these are some of the other cuttings or some fussy cuttings that I'll have to do. But yeah, so I'm trying to keep it separate. And then maybe before I get ready to do some more, I can break it down into categories, because I do want animals, food, and I don't know. I just want a variety of stuff. So when I do start collaging, doing it either reverse collage or regular collage, I'll have my supply. Now I did toss away a lot of stuff because, excuse me, calendars for what I'm doing are not good because they're too thick and they make the book Okay, thank you, baby. Thank you, Color Miss Lori, for coming up. Thank you, baby. And I'm like I said, before I go to bed, I'm going to watch your video from Friday. Hmm. I see you and Miss Taylor Mate like hanging out in the midnight hour. Y'all like hanging out in the midnight hour to color. So, yeah. So I am still coming back to reverse collaging, and regular collage. And actually, there's like 5 different methods to collage. So I'm getting myself set up to do, whichever one that I want to. And so I'm going to get on a regular calendar. Like I'm going to be doing maybe my collages on the weekend and then my coloring during the week. And I'm going to primarily focus in on watercoloring. I'm going to be watercoloring in regular coloring books, maybe add something in that I actually draw in color. But I just want to step it up. I don't want to go back and like pick supplies that I'm a little bit more over these supplies. I want better quality supplies and a different variety of supplies. I want to step it up. I don't want to stay back just coloring in this book, and coloring hurts, pencils hurt my hand, and and now that I can see better, so I want to grow in it. I don't want to stay stagnant and coloring in the Johanna Bass for coloring in this, coloring in that, using the same pencils. So I hope y'all understand. No tea, no shade. But I still will be coloring regular style. I just need to do a little bit more because I'm bored. I get bored. So thank y'all for watching my video. I got a whole hour and 7 minutes. And I'm gonna take my horse to bed. And since we already have played some music, might as well finish it up. Shaka Khan. Feel for you.